Hey everybody, DeLane here with Open Range Pest Control, coming to you straight from the office today. Monsoon season is officially here in Arizona, and if 25 years in the business has taught me anything, it's that our office phones are about to start ringing off the hook for subterranean termite season. Normally, we post quick field clips, and I'm working right now on a session in the field where I'm doing just quick short videos for my YouTube channel, one question at a time, quick videos, just to get you information out there, stuff to put on my website. But today, I wanted to sit down and take my time and give you a total deep dive. So I've pulled together top 10 questions or so that homeowners across Peoria, Arizona, Sun City, Surprise, Buckeye, and the entire West Valley ask us every single year about termites. These are the most common questions that I see when I actually go out and speak to customers at their homes. Whether you're in a classic home in Sun City or a post-tension build out in Vistancia or down in Goodyear, this video is going to give you the exact raw facts. So let's dive in. Question 1, DeLane, why do millions of flying termites suddenly appear right after a monsoon storm in the West Valley? Well, subterranean termites stay deep underground during our 110-degree summer heat. Monsoon rains, they saturate the desert dirt, and they spike atmospheric humidity, opening up a brief window for them to emerge without drying out and dying. So the flying insects they're reproductive kings and queens, and they're called alates. Their sole purpose is to fly up, pair up, shed their wings, and burrow back down under the ground so that they can establish new colonies. A single colony, it has to expand. If it's just that one colony, they don't, it's not like they bump into their neighbors and one termite mates with another termite and you got a new termite colony. So that's how they actually do it. They're all outside. They're just waiting underground. They're just waiting for that just the right moment for the big, heavy afternoon monsoon rain to come in, and then immediately afterwards the sun comes out. And I've actually only witnessed this myself a handful of times in 25 years of doing this. I see the aftermath all the time, the swimming pools full of dead termite swarmers. And, it's always crazy, but I've actually only seen it once with my own eyes. It was actually just out that window right behind me there. We got a big summer rain, and I looked out into the desert. And it was actually beautiful. There were just thousands upon thousands of them, and their wings were, as they were flying, just glittering in the wind, and it was really cool. But that whole purpose is that's all kings and queens out there, as I mentioned, and they want to fly out, and they pair up with each other, and they pair up and they mate mid-flight, and then they tumble to the ground. And once they hit the ground, they rip each other's wings off, and they start to tunnel downwards into the ground. Now, most of those termites, they never make it. 99.999% don't make it. They become food for birds and lizards, and heck, most of them just end up in the swimming pools around here dead, and they don't cause new termite problems. But the ones that do, those are going to be our termite calls that we get 3 to 5 years from now. This time of year, we see massive swarms hit all at once across neighborhoods like Sun City Grand, Cross River, Marley Park, Goodyear. And those swarmers that you see, they don't actually chew the wood. They don't feed on it. The worker termites do that, which we'll get into later. But seeing swarmers means that a mature active colony that's 3 to 5 years old is already underground right next to or beneath your foundation. Clear or silver wings piled up on windowsills and patio ledges mean a swarm has landed right where it was right there within the last few hours. And there are, they actually say out here that there are 2 types of homes in Arizona, those that have termites and those that will. And that's absolutely true. Even I've had them on my own home, which if you watch those videos, you can clearly see. Keep an eye out for them for sure. Question 2, where are termites sneaking into my stucco home in places like Peoria or Sun City without me seeing them? Well, we call it the 1/32nd entry rule. Subterranean termites only need a crack 1/32nd of an inch wide to get into your home. Now, that's pretty small. Go get a tape measure and you can look and you can see how small 1/32nd of an inch is. It's very, very small. It's literally the thickness of a business card, just credit card, you know how thick a credit card is. That's not much. Termites can get through that. If they can find that crack in your slab, then they can get in. And once they get in, if they find wood, they send all the troops in. Stucco homes also have a metal trim edge at the bottom called a weep screed. It's designed to let wall moisture drain out of your house. If you go outside of your stucco home, you can look down where your stucco comes in, and you can see that weep screed. And you can see, if you get down and look up underneath there, you can see right up your foundation where those termites can get right up and into your home and right to your sill plate. So whether you're in a 1970s block home in Sun City or a newer stucco build in West Wing Mountain or Fletcher Heights, when landscape rock, dirt, or flower beds get piled up to that metal edge, it creates a dark covered highway going straight into your wall framing. There are homes called, especially over in like Sun City Grand, a lot of homes are what are called stucco below grade. And those homes are actually built with the dirt over the top of the stucco. And so when we do those inspections, you can't see them come in. They're just coming straight in, straight up and in behind the stucco. So you actually won't see them until they're in your home and showing up right on your walls inside of your home. Why do they build those mud tubes that you see? Well, termites have soft bodies and they lose moisture fast. They build pencil-sized shelter tubes out of soil, saliva, and fecal matter to keep 100% humidity inside while traveling through the dry desert. Not to mention the fact that everything in the world wants to eat a termite. They're great food for birds and lizards and ants, and even other termites will catch each other and feed on each other. So they build those shelter tubes to protect themselves. When they're inside of those things, you can't get to them. Well, we can get to them, but a bird's not going to see it because they're protected inside of there, and a lizard's not going to break through that tube to get to them. And so that's how they come up and get inside your home. And that shelter tube, that is the first indicator that you've got them, and that's what you want to keep an eye out for. What can you do? Go walk around the perimeter of your home. Take a look and see if you see a brown pencil-wide tube going up the foundation of your home. If you do, you want to give us a call. If you're, unless your home is built that way, so like Sun City Grand, some of those older parts of Sun City West, your home might be built as a stucco below grade home. Those homes, don't go out and try to pull all your rocks back. But if you've built up your foundational rock over the top of your stucco, you want to cut that back and get that back down again so that you can see when those termites start to breach your home. Question 3, how do I know if I'm looking at flying ants or termite swarmers on my patio? Well, that's the crazy thing is termites and ants do the same thing at about the same time of year. So after the monsoon rains come, ants do the same thing as termites. Well, how do you know the difference? Well, it's the 4-wing test. So termite swarmers have 4 wings, and they're all exactly the same length. You can see some pictures on some of my other videos, and you can Google search it pretty easily. But you'll see they have all their wings are exactly the same length, and they go far past their body. So if this is the body of the termite, their wings are going to stick out past that. That's a good way to tell. Flying ants have 4 wings, but the front wings are noticeably longer than the back wings. Also, their body shape. Termites have a uniform, straight, sausage-like body with no waist pinching at all. So it looks like a head with a sausage behind it, and then the 4 wings of equal length. The ants, they actually have like an hourglass figure. So if you see kind of a sexy ant out there, that's probably, or sexy swarmer out there, that's probably an ant and not a termite. Also, if you really want to get close and look, is just look for their antennas. You can actually see their antenna are straight and beaded on termites. Ants' antenna, they're bent, they're elbowed like this. So termites, stick straight up. Ants, bent like that. One of the things that people like to do when they see these swarmers is they'll grab a can of Raid and they start spraying what they see on the inside of the house. Well, that only kills 1% of the flying reproductives. It's just like I said, it's all the ones that land in your swimming pool. It's all the ones that the birds and the bats and all of that kind of stuff eat outside. You're just participating in that killing off of 99.9% of them. Not really going to do much about it. Does 0 damage to the millions of workers underground or the queen beneath the slab. So, I'm not telling you not to use the can of Raid to kill them off, the ones that you're seeing, but it's not going to do much good. Just don't let it give you false hope. Question 4. My home in Vistancia, Waddell, or Festival Ranch is on a post-tension slab. Can termites still get in? Well, yeah, slabs aren't immune. Termites don't eat concrete, but all concrete slabs develop hairline curing cracks, cold joints, and expansion gaps over time, even post-tension slab. The bath trap secret. Number one entry point on a post-tension slab is underneath bathtubs and showers. They'll get in there all the time. Underneath your slab, whether you're on a floating slab or a poured concrete slab, there are plumbing penetrations where the plumbing comes in through your home. And when that happens, that concrete, when it seals around there over time and over years, that heats up and cools down, and that's going to start expanding and contracting. When that happens, those termites eventually can open up that 1/32 of an inch gap. That'll open up there, and in come the termites. Again, there's a video that you can watch where I show you underneath my own water heater where we got termites coming in around those pipes that penetrate through my post-tension slab home. So nobody's immune. Also, always remember, if you have a post-tension slab, you can't just randomly drill holes in that post-tension slab. So there's specialized ways of treating termites that are on the interior of your home. Don't try to drill through that thing. You can cause all kinds of catastrophic problems. The professional fix would be cutting a clean drywall access door to treat the bath trap directly under your bathtub or where those plumbing penetrations come into the wall. Leave that to us. If you have that problem, you just let us know. And hang on just 1 second here. Oh, no, sorry. I had a customer message me right there, and that's what happens when you shoot these videos. So a little live action. But yeah, so question 5, we'll move on to that one. Why did termites destroy the cardboard boxes sitting in my garage or my closet? Well, cardboard is pure cellulose. Termites eat cellulose. They're the only creature on the planet that can eat cellulose. And actually, termites can't digest the cellulose. They have a protozoa in their gut that actually feeds on the cellulose material, breaks it down, and turns it into glucose, which is then what the termites actually feed on. But they do eat and ingest the wood where that protozoa breaks it down and gives them energy in order to survive. Cardboard is made out of processed wood pulp. It's essentially pure concentrated cellulose that termites prefer over structural hard timber because it takes less energy to eat. I mean, it's like baby food, basically. A steak might taste good or a carrot might taste good. It depends on who you are. But the baby food, the pureed stuff, that's a lot easier for them to eat. And that's exactly what those cardboard boxes are. When they're sitting on the ground inside of garages or, inside of your home somewhere, they can actually trap condensation underneath them. And so that creates the ideal humid microclimate that termites crave. Then inside out, termites eat cardboard from the inside out. They'll leave only the ultra thin paper skin on the outside that you can barely tell. A box can look completely fine on your garage floor unit until you pick it up and the entire bottom falls out of it. It's crazy. There's another video that you can go watch of this exact thing happening where they've eaten. Basically, it's just like this flimsy little exterior wrapping on the box. Everything's gone out of the middle of it. You crumble it up like paper. Prevention rule, elevate all garage storage onto metal or plastic shelving and switch from cardboard boxes to heavy-duty sealed plastic storage totes. Don't leave cardboard sitting outside in your garage. Put your Christmas decorations inside of plastic bins or something like that. It's going to help out quite a bit to keep your home protected from termites and not bring them right up to your foundation. Once they get in, they're going to find that stuff and they're going to send all of their buddies. By the millions, they'll send the termites. And once that food starts to run out, they're going to go looking for other stuff. And that's when they will eventually start feeding on your baseboards and your sill plates and the studs in your wall. So don't ask for termites. Don't beg them to come. They're all going to show up anyway, but don't do anything to make them show up sooner. So question 6, what works better in Arizona soil? Liquid treatment or Trelona bait stations? Well, out here in the West Valley, from Surprise and Waddell up through North Peoria, we have the caliche challenge. Our desert soil is packed with hard-packed dirt and caliche rock, making proper installation and depth critical for any system, whether you're using Trelona or Termidor. Liquid barriers. Termidor creates a continuous, non-repellent chemical zone along the foundation stem wall. Termites can't smell or see it, and they walk through it, coat their bodies, and carry it underneath the ground to eliminate the queen via social grooming, or what's known as the transfer effect, within typically about 90 days. Baiting systems. Trelona installed into the perimeter soil to intercept foraging termites before they ever reach the foundation. Termites feed on an active chitin synthesis inhibitor and carry that back to wipe out the nest fast. So basically what happens is, the way I love to explain it is, it's like, okay, imagine you're sucking on a lollipop and you walk out in front of your home and you throw that down on the ground. Well, it might sit there for a few days, but eventually an ant's going to come and find it. Once that ant finds it, he's heading back and he's going to tell all of his buddies about it. And then you're going to go out there and you're going to see that lollipop is completely swarmed with bait, or with ants. Well, they're eventually going to carry that all back and that lollipop won't be there anymore. But the Trelona, that works exactly the same way, except for that bait is treated with that chitin synthesis inhibitor, which basically causes them not to be able to grow anymore. And so ultimately they die. But they go and they tell all their buddies, they come and feed on it. They spread it through the whole colony and the whole colony collapses. It's an awesome system that we can come out annually and check. We can keep that system operating at 100% capacity at all times. If we come out after a year, we pull those open, we can show you that your termite stations have been fed on, and then we close them back up, and or we refill the bait on them, and you've got a perpetual system in the ground. And that system costs as little as $500 to put in at your home. So, definitely something, if you're interested, give us a call, whether it's preventive maintenance or if you've actually got the problem already. It's a great, great product. Why do DIY store kits fail? Hardware store bug sprays or repellents. They just force termites to turn around and find an untreated crack a little farther down the wall. I see people do this all the time. They make this mistake. They think they can deal with it on their own, and they'll head to Lowe's or Home Depot, buy their termiticide that's on the wall, and it'll kill the termites that you see right there, but it's not going to do anything for the other 10 million that are living under the ground right around your house. It's just going to stop them from coming to that particular spot. Without specialized equipment, you can't protect your home by using over-the-counter stuff. So you're just literally wasting your money with that product. Number 7, do I need a termite inspection when buying or selling a home in Litchfield Park, Glendale, or El Mirage? Well, in Arizona real estate transactions, lenders almost always require a formal wood-destroying insect inspection report, a wood-destroying organism report. General inspectors versus licensed pros. A standard home inspector checks general roof and plumbing systems, things like that, but a licensed pest professional specifically scans stem walls, bath traps, garage expansion joints, attic spaces, and exterior wood trim for termite problems. Check the warranty. If you're buying a home down in Estrella Mountain Ranch or Portobello or over in Youngtown, check to see if the seller has an active transferable warranty in place that can save you money at closing. And if you need a WDIR or WDIO report, just give us a call. Just $100 for any home in Arizona, and we'll be happy to come and check that out for you. Question 8. And I should mention, that's for that official report. If you just want a termite inspection for peace of mind, that's absolutely free at all times. Our inspections are free. Our opinions are free. But if you want the paperwork to go along with it, that's $100. That's it. Question 8. Does my homeowner's insurance or builder warranty cover termite damage? Well, this might shock you, but no. 99% of standard homeowners insurance policies in Arizona strictly exclude termite damage. Insurance companies view termites as preventable maintenance, leaving the property owner with 100% of their bill. Not to mention, termites cause more damage every year than fires, floods, hurricanes, earthquakes combined. So, guaranteeing that a home is going to have one of those problems, because there's 2 types of homes in Arizona, those that have termites and those that will, no insurance company is going to take on that liability. Builder warranties. New home builders do soil treatments on the home, typically come with in Arizona, it's a 3-year warranty. Open Range, we give 5-year warranties on our pre-treatments. Once that window expires, chemical barrier begins to break down and the home is exposed unless a secondary protection plan is set up. So if you're putting in a new bath in your home, please reach out, let us know. Before you cover that back up or put any kind of remodeling, pouring any kind of new slab, you want us to come out and do a treatment in that particular location. Question 9. Can I kill subterranean termites myself using orange oil, vinegar, or store-bought repellent sprays? Well, store-bought sprays use repellent chemistries, as we mentioned. You might kill 10 bugs you hit directly, but they trigger a panic response in the colony that forces the remaining 500,000 workers that are in your house to alter their path and enter a crack in a different location. So you could actually be making the problem worse. Professional products like Termidor and Trelona are completely undetectable to termites. So they walk through the treatment naturally, or they feed on it naturally. They transfer that active material straight to the queen to destroy the colony at the root. So you're not solving the surface problem, you're actually solving the whole problem. Most people know that that's the best way to do things. All right. Question 10, we'll make this one our last one. What actually happens during a free professional termite inspection with Open Range? Well, we're going to do a full perimeter sweep. A true inspection covers 100% of the exterior stem wall, the garage, interior walls, water heater closets, bath trap access areas, plumbing penetrations, and patio additions. We're going to identify conducive conditions. We're going to show you the places that you're likely to get termites and the places that you should look when we're not there. You're there 365 days a year. We might be there once every couple of years. I recommend you call us once a year, but at least once a year you should have somebody out there. But if you don't, at least know what you're looking for. We're not just looking for active mud tubes. We spot risk factors like earth-to-wood contact, buried weep screens that we talked about early in this video, standing AC condensate water, firewood stacked directly against the stucco of your home. We see that more commonly than you would think, being that it's 110 degrees outside right now, but people do have firewood stacked up against their houses. Also, our inspections are zero pressure. It's a 20 to 30 minute inspection. We can catch colonies early before thousands of dollars in damage occur to your home. And we're not going to try to pressure you into something you don't need. We are literally just here to help you make informed decisions. If you ever feel pressure from one of my technicians or from me to buy something, you need to let me know immediately, because that's not how Open Range Pest Control operates. We want to provide an excellent product for you, professionally, and we're not going to try to push you into something that you don't want or don't need. So give us a call. We'll come out. We'll talk to you about the solutions and, help you make an informed decision rather than push you like some of those other companies out there. If you ever had those guys knock on your doors, you know exactly what I'm talking about too. Look, at the end of the day, subterranean termites are just a reality of living in the Sonoran Desert, but finding them doesn't mean that you need to panic. It just means that you need a solid plan executed by people who know Arizona construction inside and out. If you've seen mud tubes on your stem wall, discarded wings on a patio, or you just haven't had your foundation or home inspected in the last couple of years, give our office a call directly at 602-359-6556 or visit us online at openrangepestcontrol.com. We offer 100% free, zero-pressure termite inspections across Peoria, Sun City, Surprise, Buckeye, Wickenburg, entire West Valley. Heck, we're even getting into Rio Verde out there. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and check out our quick field clips linked right here on screen. Thank you for watching. Stay cool out there, and we'll see you in the next one.